And joining me right now, hip hop artist out of Lexington, Kentucky. Just last month, he, alongside with DJFU, released their collaboration effort entitled Parameters. And he's got the big show coming up in December, bringing back the very special show for a great cause. The dude goes by the name of Knowledge. He's joining me right now. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, and on circumstance nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
And first and foremost, congrats to you and Fu on this Parameters record.
Thank you.
Very, very sensational record. And, it's a lot of hard work put into this project, and it's good to see that it's come to fruition. A lot of people have been,
Yeah.
a
It
lot of,
was about a year in the making, man. We just dug in at it whenever we could, and finally got it done. And it's out on iTunes now, of course, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon, Bandcamp, basically all your um, digital music outlets. So go find Knowledge, DJ Food, Parameters. Go check it out.
So what I want to ask is, what made you and Fu decide to name this project Parameters?
You know, I came up with the because I looked up the definition of the word to really get. First of all, I just thought it was a cool title. And I was like, I want to have some kind of meaning behind this. And the definition of it was, or one of the definitions was, a certain set of, how did it go? It was like a certain set of ways of showing how something should be done. It was something like pretty much setting the standard is what it was saying, and working within those standards and within those means. I thought it was cool. It sort of fit the vibe of the album. Of course, the album's very different than really anything I've ever put out, or working with him has really allowed me to start throwing out those influences in music that really inspire me, letting those bleed into what I do musically. And with him, it was just a different experience for us both. We, released the album, and songs like, come on, songs like Bionic Girl are like, produced by JK47 here in Lexington. Just very retro, upbeat, almost 80s sounding. I use the vocoder to record some of the vocals, like on the chorus and things. It's just got a whole different vibe to the album. You've got your hip hop stuff on there, but then again, there's a lot of songs that's a very electronic, upbeat dance vibes and things like that, which is more an influence to me than hip hop ever was, to be honest with you. So just he and I got together and sort of bounced ideas and off of each other, and that was that. There you have it.
Again, the name of the project is called Parameters. Go check it out on every single digital music outlet, and Bandcamp and iTunes, Spotify. It's all over the place digitally. So
All
go,
over.
just go look for it, whichever outlet you prefer, and go support this man. And DJ Fu put a lot of hard work on this project, and y'all waited for it, and now it's out for the public to stream and to purchase. So support local hip hop, support local music, and Knowledge. And I've been a fan of you for quite some time, for a little over a year plus, and you definitely, like you said, this project is totally different from what people are accustomed of hearing from you, and it felt like a musical jukebox. It definitely felt like so much genres all wrapped into one, and you and Food made it work. I mean, the first time I heard that July song was
Oh
at
yeah.
was at the last show you did, at the bowling alley,
Yeah.
and that song has a, how do I put it? It has a similar sample to the record per se. What was it like recording with that record, which also includes Alana and the also awesome Mr. Derek Price, aka Simple Vivi? What was it like working with that song and having that familiar sample on that particular song?
Yeah, I came over to do some studio work one day, and he's brought up this he's working on this beat, and it's instrumental, and check this out. So and I was like, oh my gosh, that is just so super cool. Like it's got like it's almost like it was just fitting to write a song about summer to that instrumental, because it just called for it. It just had this vibe to it. So it was laid back, it was really laid back, but it had a nice beat where you could just constantly nod your head to it, and it just feels good to listen to. So as we went on, I started writing for it, and then we came to the break, and I really, from the start, had in mind to have Fu do some cuts and scratches on that break. And then we were discussing, originally in the original recording, I had done the chorus vocals, but I just didn't like the way, I guess we always envisioned like having like a female vocal on that chorus. So this girl I know, Alana, she came in, she does some singing. I thought, you know what? I hear you singing all the time. I'm going to get you in the studio. So she comes out, and she does the chorus in just a couple of takes, really. She really nailed it. And then we had Simper Vivi, Derek Price come out, and he did some guitar work over top of the break where Fu is scratching. So it just all made for this just really nice, like, just a lot of stuff going on in the song, but it all just came together and fit really nicely, and just made for a really good track to listen to. So.
It was definitely one of my favorite records. It was definitely my favorite from the moment that I heard it performed live, and then from the moment I heard it, I went to Twitter like on the Monday after that show, and I do this whole hashtag. I get involved with the whole hashtag Music Monday tweets or whatever, or social media posts, mostly through Twitter, and I be handpicking like my favorite songs of the week or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
that particular song was my local music song of the week.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Thank you. See, I didn't know. See, I've signed up for Twitter like years ago and had it for like 5 minutes, and then decided that it was not. I had to know, man.
It's all good. I mean, it kind of feel like that's the thing nowadays, Twitter and Facebook. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
for people who still use MySpace, I want to ask why. Just because Justin Timberlake owns some part of it, I don't know, but it's pretty much take Twitter and Facebook at this point.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this show that it was announced as of today. You're bringing back the Noise for Tots Christmas Tour Drive show. It's going to be at a different venue this time around. I noticed just moments ago, because last year it was at the bowling area.
Yes.
And now this year it's going to be at one of my favorite venues in Al's Bar. And
Mm-hmm.
so last year it was you, Fu, Simple Vivi, Passion Mate, and Hybrid the
Mm-hmm.
Rapper. This
That's right.
year it's you, Fu, Simple Vivi, and you've added Grady. Shout out to Grady, hip hop artist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the Wolf Customers,
Mm-hmm.
who I just saw recently at the now defunct Cosmic Charlie's. So talk about what's it like having a show last year and how success it was, and how's it feel to bring a show like this back and for a big cause with the holidays approaching.
Well, the last year's Noise for Tots was it was sort of a last minute idea that I had. And me and Fu were discussing it, and I said, it'd be cool to do like a toy drive this year. And, and we threw it together, and got a date locked at the 11th Frame Lounge. And we hustled to, we ended up going on like WRFL and talking about it and doing an interview there. And also we went on WTVQ 36 on their Good Morning Kentucky show, and we're featured on there to promote it. And that was a really cool experience. But I plan to do all that again this year with it. But I started it now so I could go ahead and have like ample promotion time, like more promotion time than I had last year. And I wanted to switch up. I didn't want to keep the same. I wanted a different vibe. I wanted a live band this year. I wanted to do it bigger and better, and I wanted to bring in artists that I thought were going to, get behind the cause and bring a good crowd out and mix it up really nice. So, of course, you got the Rough Customers, which is Lexington's ska onslaught, and it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be a very energetic outfit out there. Grady is just, as you said, he's awesome. Very good lyricist, very heartfelt, really good hip-hop stuff out with and he had asked me last year, actually, to get on the bill, but at that point we were already booked up, so I kept him in mind like this whole year, and I wanted to ask him to get on this year. Of course, Semper Vivi is always, he's just a great guy, man, and he's very talented, always just a pleasure to be around and listen to, so I had to get back on. And then, of course, Phil and I. And then, I wanted a better venue. I wanted a venue I thought would appeal to people and draw people in. And I thought, I had tossed around a couple of other different venues as an option, but House Bar seemed to be the one that was I was just able to lock in the quickest. And, that's a great venue. It really is. Like you said, I mean, it's one of Lexington's oldest, most renowned venues. And they were really cool. James Friley out there, he books for Al's Bar, and he's been really helpful and getting it booked in and put down on paper. So we're official. We're in December 17th. Noise For Tots. New unwrapped child's toy is going to get you in the door. And of course, if you want to pay a cover charge as well, something $5 or anything that you can get, we'll take that money as well and go out and buy some more toys with it. And then that following week, just take it all up to the Salvation Army like we did last year. And, last year was really successful. We brought a lot of stuff into the Salvation Army, and I just want to do it bigger and better this year. So everybody, help us, come out and help us do that. So let's make some Christmases for some kids,
Yes, indeed, and props to you for doing this show and bringing it back this year at a, it's I've been to shows before, and it seems like promoters, they are the ones that do the shows or book the guests or whatever, and it's where that you have an artist that does that, puts a show together and bring in
Mm-hmm.
some variety of acts and things like that. You do it, Knowledge does it. Yeah, I just mentioned you twice.
Yeah, that's all right.
Divine Karama, Hybrid the
Oh, yeah.
Rapper,
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky Villains. They do, they book shows. They bring together artists and things like that. So, again, it's coming up in December. Noise for Tots, and the admission is all you gotta do is bring a gift.
That's it.
You just gotta bring a toy, and you are in. If you wanna donate some money, that's all good as well. All of the toys that you bring or whatever, going straight to the Salvation Army, and
That's right.
it's all for a great cause. So just before you make those holiday plans and go out of town or whatever, make sure you go to that show. And I enjoyed it last year, and in Al's Bar, something about that venue, because I have such memories in that venue. and I saw a particular individual and met this individual for the first time. It was at a Brown Sugar show, and that guy just so happened to be acknowledged.
It was me.
So
The
yes,
first time I met you. Yeah,
first
man.
time we met, and we built quite the bond, and you see me as a fan, and now you see me as a quote unquote host, and I'm
Right.
like, oh Lord have mercy, they don't got the tall black dude hosting a show, and I always thankful for Hybrid for the opportunities he gave him, but man, he could have a whole lot of people. He got a great network, and he chose little old me. I'm not
That's
that.
right. Well, you're good at what you do, man.
I'm not that special. I'm just a host, man, on the internet radio. But
Right.
all jokes
That's why
aside,
you're out there getting nominated, though, for
yeah,
best radio host, man.
yeah,
So,
and I mean that was an honor last year, and hopefully we can get that to happen again, and
yeah.
we'll see where we go from there. And it was great to have you on. Thank you for being on the show on such notice.
Oh,
Again,
no problem.
congrats on the parameters. Shout outs to you and Fu for the record. It's on every single music digital site and outlet. No hard copies at this time. Just
None at this time. I do plan on getting some soon, but right now it's just all on your digital outlets. So, yeah, just go pick it up.
yeah, go cop that parameters. And yeah, and I will say this. Um, for the mathematicians, you should love it because with the numbers in the album cover, it's definitely going to be one of my favorite local CDs to listen to all year. It's been a great year for Lexington hip hop. A lot of artists put out music, and it's great to hear because I get enough of that mainstream hip hop stuff as it is. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Lexington's got a great scene for music, but in particular, its hip hop is thriving right now with all these great artists putting out.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So
So definitely a good time to be a Lexington hip hop artist.
an artist and a fan indeed. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you for your time. Continued success, and I will see you this coming December. Hopefully, I can see you before then. If
Of
not,
course, we never know when
yeah,
a show's going to
yeah,
pop up. So anytime, you're always welcome out, and you'll know
yeah,
about it. So
yes.